Congratulations, Spectre. You got lucky. Ring King was supposed to be your assassination. That entrance ramp, that was supposed to be your Nightmare on Elm Street. And that Wrestle UTA ring, that was supposed to be your Parkland Hospital. There was a reason why I spared you at Ring King. And I want to be crystal clear on this. And that reason was the timing just wasn't right. You see, I wanted you to know exactly that everything that you have been doing all this time, the trying to save me, the trying to get through to me, this so-called lack of communication that was going on between the two of us. No, there was no lack of communication, Spectre. It was a plan. As I stood in that ring over your lifeless body, sprawled out on the mat, that was the time to spew venom like Jack Ruby coming from the shadows. No, Spectre. You see, the reason why I spared you at Ring King, anybody can be an Oswald. That's simple. It takes a special kind of individual to get up close, to line up just right and drill a high-powered knee through the back of somebody's skull. Blood splatter, brain matter, going all over the place. No, that's a special type of individual. But you see, Spectre, it was the moment that came after that. That's what made Ring King that much more special, because that was the opportunity that I had to tell you that this whole game that you've been playing, this whole trying to save Sean Jackson, was nothing more than a lie. It was nothing more than a farce. You see, Spectre, Vanessa was never this evil Jezebel. That was just something I needed. And it worked. You see, I told you before, back before January of 2013, you didn't know who I was. You could have cared less about who I was. I was just some other guy in world-class championship wrestling. But that quickly changed, did it not? That changed after I came into Badass Championship Wrestling. When I took the BACW Heavyweight Championship from you. When I took the NWA World Heavyweight Championship from you. That made everything so much sweeter. But Spectre, it wasn't finished, not quite. When I took that world title from you, I destroyed you. But your legacy remained. Your fan base remained. There was something else that remained. That was your status in the Hall of Fame with Wrestle UTA. Spectre, don't you think it was odd that of all the places I could have gone, I chose Wrestle UTA? Think about it for a second. I chose Wrestle UTA. Now then, I come into Wrestle UTA and spew as much venom as I possibly could. I ran with the evil Jezebel story as best I could. You looked back and saw what it did to BACW. Looked back and saw what it did to WCCW and to the NWA. And what did you do? You came running back because you wanted to be the hero. You wanted to be the hero of the people. You wanted to be the hero of Wrestle UTA. You wanted to save the Wrestle UTA Hall of Fame. Spectre, what did you think you saved when you were laid out in the ring? You couldn't even save yourself. Now, Wrestle 21 comes around. You and Madman Zelensky versus Perfection and myself. I've been paying attention to Twitter. Spectre, there's no way that you and Madman are going to be on the same page. Hell, there's no way that I believe that Madman can come back from the beating that he took. He took an awesome beating from Perfection. Just like you took the beating from Shawn Jackson. You see, the mental rapist, everybody doubted that. But they were looking about it all wrong. What I was doing, see, Spectre, everybody wants to look at this as me aiming the whole mental rapist thing towards the entire world. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all, Spectre, because you were the target. You've always been the target. I kept you around because stepping over you all this time has led me to the top. All this time, it's led me to the #1 wrestling organization in the world today. It's led me to the dynasty. So therefore, at Wrestle 21, Spectre, you're no longer needed. Your services will no longer be required. Which means that, Spectre, when you're in that ring, dazed, hurt, confused, you're going to feel the exact same way that a certain president felt in 1963 when someone took aim and a high-powered object went through the back of his skull. Spectre, like I stated, you are no longer needed. Your services will no longer be required. And at Wrestleshow 21, I'm going to line up this knee and I'm going to blast out the back of your head because I'm right where I need to be. And then Madman Zelensky, that's going to leave just you. And how exactly do you think you're going to fare against the dynasty by yourself? The dynasty is running the show now because, frankly, there's no more room for heroes in Wrestle UTA. Only the dynasty.